take a moment. Let your shoulders relax. And then let your face also relax. And then take a really nice deep breath and feel like your whole body is relaxing onto your legs and onto your feet. Release any muscle that you don't need to stand upright. Don't need your shoulders to stand upright. Let your hips settle on your leg bones. Let your knees and shins settle on your feet. Take a deep breath. And then breathe in, take another deep breath, but let the arms help you breathe deeper. Now allow your chin to float down to your chest. And roll your head over to your shoulder. Back down to center. Other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Allow your chin to come back to the center. Float your head up. Gather once. We're going to do the 8 pieces of brocade this morning. And the first one is return the moon to heaven. Breathe in. Crouch as deeply as you want to. If you feel unsteady or it hurts, you're going too deeply. Like you're picking up the moon. You pick it up about chest high. Roll underneath it and push it up back into the sky. We breathe in. We breathe out. And in. And out. And in. And out. Twice more. Gather in one time. Nice deep breath. And then feet a little bit lighter than your hips. Draw the bow, shoot the arrow. Both hands float up overhead. Breathe in. Both hands float to one side. Breathe out. Pull that bow. Breathe in. Big stretch in the chest. And then let it go. Once more on each side. Bring your feet back in under your hips. Gather one time. Now separate heaven and earth. Bring your hands up to your heart and then push one hand to the earth, one hand to the sky, stretching as well as your body will let you. And then back to the heart, and then other side, other direction. Breathe in as you come in, out. Let's do one more set. Back to your heart, relax, gather. Now, looking over your shoulder at the horizon, breathe in, hands to your heart, breathe out. One hand goes over your shoulder and the nose follows that hand. The other hand behind your hips. Breathe in as you come to the center. Out as you twist. One more time. Back to the center. Gather once. Wag your tail. Feet a little bit wider than your hips. Take a nice deep breath, relax. Fold. No, I'm sorry, don't fold. Lean over one side. And then twist, and now you fold over that same side. And then relax the knees a little bit. Let the whole body swing over to the other side. Fold. And lean. Back up to the top. Breathe in on the lean. Out on the fold. In, relax and sweep. Out. In. And out. Let's do one more set. Feet back under your hips. Gather. Now, feet comfortably wide, perhaps even wider than the last one. Hands at your side. Punch with angry eyes. Now, from this distance, you may not be able to see my eyes very well, but when you punch, you want to make angry eyes, like you're looking at someone wondering why on earth they just did that really silly thing, right? So breathe in, relax the face as you breathe in, and then punch and scowl. Express displeasure, and relax as you bring it back. And punch. You'll notice I'm sinking my knees a little bit. That's optional. I happen to like that. But if it bothers your knees, do not do that. Laugh as you relax. If you have to, don't relax when you're punching. Sound effects optional. One more time. Oh, let's do one more set. Just for fun. Feet back under your hips. Yeah. Now right down. This is a forward fold. When you fold over, you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. So you're going to reach out. You're going to fold forward. Let me talk you through it. You want to just relax your spine. This isn't so much folding as letting your spine spill out of your hips like water. And then you're going to fold your arms and make a box. And then you're going to let your head dangle right in that box. And then you're going to dangle the arms. And then you're going to roll your spine up deliberately, consciously. Like you're trying to stack one vertebrae at a time on top of the other, like a set of blocks. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Don't make yourself fold. Allow yourself to fold. Breathe in, make the box. Breathe out, dangle. Breathe in on the first half of the floating up and out on the second half. Again. Once more. Gather once. Now the last of the 8 pieces of brocade is perhaps, to my mind at least, the oddest one of all. This is called Stamp the Sand. You want to bring your feet fairly close together, not touching, but just, a few inches between your feet. And then you want to lift yourself up on your toes as high as you can and drop. Only drop as hard as feels good to your spine, hips, knees, body, and also not so hard that you're not getting your knickknacks off the shelf. Breathe in. Breathe out. It's the only time we breathe out fairly explosively. One more time. Very good. Then gather 3 times. One more time. Lift and settle. Hug that big tree. Now take your left hand down and around. Take your right foot forward. Take that left hand and give a gentle push. Now, as that left hand goes back, the right hand goes floating like we had a bee that was bothering us out on the lake this morning. And you swat it away, and then you push. Swat the bee, and push. Now we'll switch feet. Left foot, swat, and push. Now, I don't want you to forget to breathe in and out, but I want you to more focus on the body being soft and relaxed, flowing. Switching feet, flowing back, floating forward. Feel yourself like water. Left foot, right hand. Right foot, left hand. Let's start one more time on each side. Left foot, right hand. Shoulders relaxed. Body nice and fluid. Right foot, left hand. Everything soft, smooth. And then feet under your hips. Gather. Twice. Now chop your fists, big circles, both arms. Right foot in front, both arms go floating out. At the end of it, fist and your left hand will find your forearm. But you want to focus more on this nice big circle with both arms before you worry about coming out and doing the chop your fist posture. And then switch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Switch again. Feet under your hips. Gather twice. Lift and settle. Hug a tree. More big circles, but going the other way, over the top, big circles. Right foot in front, the hands go whooshing up over the top. It's called sweeping into the wind. Switching feet. You'll notice, if you wish, this is optional, let this little sink when the hands come down and lift when the body, lift the body when the hands come up. Don't need to do that. I happen to like it. You can just keep the body nice and flowing forward and back. Or you can add this forward, back, up and down. One more time. Other side. Now we're going to switch each time. One more time. Feet under your hips. Gather twice. Now, let's go back to the other direction, over the top. And bring the right hand forward. Actually, I meant to do a different one. All right. Okay, let's do this one anyway. Instead of whooshing the hands up, let this hand float up across your head and this hand float out like you're pitching a softball. We adapt, right? And then switch. So this is a version of Old Man Chen's Wild Horse. Usually we do it with the other foot in front, but it's hard to do this way. And not move more. So we'll just do it this way today. And then switch. Remember, this hand's over your forehead, this hand's out. Ah. One more set. Gather. Now whip your fist. This is what I meant to do. The fist whips out, and then the hand presses down. Hold it around, whip, and press. Now not only is this big circles, but the leading hand should have this kind of whippy feel from elbow to wrist. Very relaxed motion. One more time. Switch sides. Switch again. Switching with each with whip and whip. This is not synchronized swimming, by the way. You could be doing this a little more slowly, if you wish. Listen to your own breath. Listen to your own feet. Move accordingly. Now we're going to keep the same motion going, but I'm going to take the open hand out first and then the fist. We'll stay on this side a couple iterations. Circle back. Left open hand. Right whippy fist. Circle. One more. Switching feet. Right open hand. Left whippy fist. I did this morning specifically for one of my students who came in and said, Dave, I almost pulled the covers back over my head and went back to bed. And this is in fact called the old man pulls the covers over his head. One more time. And then one more set on the other side. One more. Feet under your hips. Counting. Now let your hands sink down, about hip high. Make a loop off to the left and a loop off to the right. Let the body kind of flow with the hands. It's called looking for a snake in the grass. Now, right foot, shift, left foot. Very small steps here, not trying to stretch out my feet, just gently shuffle stepping in place. One more time. Gather. Now let's switch to horizontal circles for a couple moments. I want you to take your hands over to your left. I want you to sweep them across. And I want you to take your right hand and circle around and come right up alongside your head. And then stretch out to the right. Sweep left. Left hand, right up alongside your head. Sweep away the clouds and reveal the sun. We could use that today. We can move our feet in any number of ways with sweep and reveal the sun. But we're going to do a little wide step. So I'm going to step a little bit to the right and bring that left foot in as I bring the hand up. Once more on each side. Feet back under your hips. Gather. Now the same big circle, horizontal, but now you're going to make a second circle with your right hand. It's going to go floating underneath your elbow and back up. And right at the end of that circle, you're going to let that hand kind of open up, fingertips to the sky. And then sweep, left hand under your elbow and out. Now, as you sweep to the left, you're going to put your, I'm sorry, I'll get that in a minute. As you sweep to the left, there we go. You're going to put your right foot in front. Bring that foot back, and then sweep, and then step. No hurries, relax. Big, generous circles. First with both hands, and then with one hand. One more time. Gather. Now cross your hands right in front of your heart. This is another big circle move, back to vertical circles. But the hands are going to go in opposite directions. All there. Make both circles as big as you can. And when you get right here, they crossed again. Take your right foot and your right hand and let it float out to the side. Bring that right foot back in. Cross, big circles. Till they cross again. Left, left hand. This is Old Man Chen ties his coat lazily. Once more on each side. Feet under your hips. Gather. Grandmother feeds the chickens. Both hands down by your hips. Sweeping over the top, nice and generous circle. Comes up about shoulder high, palms up. They go floating down over the top, going the other way. Over the top. Now I want you to take your right foot, bring it forward, and point it a little bit toward the corner. And let the hands go in that same direction. Big circle. Bring that foot back. Left. Now if you have the room, I'm going to do instead of dancing in place, I'm going to do a little step forward with each swing. And I can keep that motion going, but stepping back. One more time. Gather. Now, cloud hands. Take your right hand over to the left. No big circles on this yet. Now, as your left hand floats up, your left foot makes a very small step inward. And then your right foot, small step out. Now take that left hand, make the hook, take your right hand out, single whip. Now take that right hand, this is the big circle. Nice big circle. Cracking the whip. Let's take it again. Now we're going to circle the other way, and you can crouch a little bit if you want to. It's optional. It's called the snake creeps down. You're going to take that snake hand, make a fairly generous circle again, and let it float up in the hook. Other hand circles around and single whip, and then halfway around, cloud hands going to the left. Two sets. Hook, single whip, big circle, crack the whip. Big circle the other way. Crouch if you like it, don't if you don't. The snake creeps down. And then circle overhead, back to single whip. Bring your feet under your hips, back to the center. Gather just once. Let your hands settle down about even with your hip bones. Earth breathing. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you breathe in, relax your feet. Just let them kind of melt into the earth. Don't grip with your toes. Let the whole foot relax and sink. And then work up your body into your low back and let it kind of like just relax and settle down on your hip bones. And then up to your shoulders with your mind and let your shoulders again. If they got even the least bit tense while we were doing the other forms, go back and remember to let them relax. And then the face. Let the face relax. See if you can let your breath slow down just a little bit, not straining to make it slow, but just like letting your belly and your body relax, allow the breath to get a little deeper, a little more full. And then on your next breath, bring your hands in, gently fold over the space just below your belly button. Take a nice, slow, deep breath. And go make a nice day.